In our society today, we find out that there are different groups of people. There are people that work hard to earn a living, and when they've gotten something out of their hard work, they are satisfied with it. And still in this same society, there are people that are not ready to work hard. But when they see the little that you as a hard worker has achieved in life, they would want to take it by all means, even if it means killing the person involved. So this is taking us to our topic for discussion today: contentment. In our last class, we talked about integrity. That day we made mention of the definition of integrity and also described some attributes of people of integrity. And contentment happens to be one of such attributes. So today we'll be talking about contentment in detail. By the end of today's class, I expect you to be able to define contentment, explain the attributes of contentment, and also state the effects of lack of contentment. So let's talk about contentment. What is contentment? Contentment is one of the attributes of integrity. Contentment is a state of being happy and satisfied with whatever one has, or the situation or condition one finds him or herself. Happy people focus on what they have, while unhappy people focus on what's missing. As you can see on the screen, the first big person there has just a little piece of cake and he's so happy. But the second boy there has a large piece of cake, but because a little piece was cut out of it, he's focusing on that part that is missing and not the big piece he has on his table. So happy people focus on what they have. Many people in the society are corrupt due to lack of contentment. Because of this, they engage in different kinds of antisocial behaviors, which are harmful and unfavorable to other people. We can imagine a situation where a public office holder collects bribe before he performs his official responsibility. This shows lack of contentment by that public office holder. This takes us to the attributes of contentment. Attributes of contentment, these are the qualities or the features of contentment. They include 1. Satisfaction. This is a feeling of happiness or a situation of being pleased with what one has or what one is doing. Satisfaction prevents one from cheating. It prevents one from prostituting. The second attribute is lack of envy. Lack of envy is a feeling of contentment without being bothered by what good or better things others have. Envy has led people to engage in prostitution and stealing. Abhorrence of greed and corruption is another attribute of contentment. Greed is a strong desire for more things such as food, money, power, possession than one needs. Corruption refers to dishonest, illegal or immoral behavior, and lack of contentment can lead one to be greedy and corrupt. Let's talk about humility. Humility is a quality of being humble and modest. Humility is an attribute of contentment. It helps a contented individual to shun and dislike pride. Pride is a feeling that one is better than the other. This may prevent one from giving fair treatment to people. We now want to consider the effects of lack of contentment on the society. The first point is corruption. Corruption is a dishonest, illegal, and immoral behavior in the society. Public office holders who are corrupt collect bribes and divert public funds meant for provision of social amenities. They use these funds to take care of their personal problems. The next point is greed. Greed is a strong desire for more things than we really need. This includes a strong desire to get more money, like we see on the screen. What he is after is money, money, money. How to gather all the money. For some, it's power. When they are in a position of authority, perhaps that position is to last for a while. When it has come to the time that they are expected to step down from that position, they are not willing. They would want to do everything possible to retain that position. So that is also known as greed. That strong desire to have more possession have led many into stealing. Like we are seeing on the screen, some persons go to the supermarket to steal things, either toys, biscuits, or the rest of it. While for some, it has led them into cheating. In this regard, let's talk about a classroom setting. Everybody wants to pass their exams and have good grades, but majority of the students are not willing to read in order to pass. So they end up cheating so that they will have good grades. This is also an example of greed. A student desires for something that is good, but is not willing to work toward achieving that. So that is known as cheating. We now move to the next point, envy. Envy is the feeling of wanting something that someone else has. This feeling can lead one to steal, that is, taking something that does not belong to him or her. It can also lead one to engage in prostitution. Envy is a symptom of lack of appreciation of our own uniqueness and self-worth. Each of us has something to give that no one else has. So we shouldn't envy others because we are all unique. There is something a particular student can do that the other student cannot do. So we should appreciate what we have. Theft is another effect of lack of contentment on the society today. What is theft? This is a crime of stealing, robbery, and others. Lack of contentment can lead an individual to steal or rob others of their belongings. We see this on a regular basis today in the society we find ourselves. Our homes are well built to restrain robbers from entering, but despite that, we still have the attack. Sometimes even walking on the road with your cell phone, you're not safe because you might be attacked and your cell phone taken from you, or you have a wallet in your pocket as you see on the screen. If you're not careful, someone may tactfully take that wallet without you being aware. So all of this we see happening in the society today. Another effect is prostitution. Prostitution, this is a situation of having sex with people to have money. This is very common in women today. Prostitution occurs where there is lack of contentment. A girl may see her friends doing well financially, possibly having many material possessions, and she would want to have the same thing that they have. She might be introduced into this dirty act of prostitution. Just because she's not satisfied or contented with what she has, she joins her friends in sleeping with men so that she will be paid. The next effect of lack of contentment is robbery. Robbery is a crime of stealing money or things from banks, shops, houses, and other areas where these things can be found, especially using violence in stealing it. Many people today who engage in robbery are not contented or satisfied with what they already have. The consequence or the reward of engaging in robbery today include imprisonment. From imprisonment, it may lead to death. Cheating is the last but not the least point to be discussing today. Cheating is a dishonest and unfair way of treating others. People of integrity ensure fair treatment to others. So therefore, everybody is encouraged to be satisfied with what he or she has. Let's take a recap of what we've been discussing for a while now. We made mention of contentment as one of the attributes of integrity. And I stated that contentment is a state of being happy and satisfied with whatever one has, or the situation or condition one finds himself or herself. And we came to agree that many in the society today are corrupt due to lack of contentment. Still under contentment, we made mention of the attributes of contentment, and they are 1. Satisfaction. 2. Lack of envy. 3. Abhorrence of greed and corruption. 4. We made mention of humility, where we said humility is a quality of being humble, and humility is an attribute of contentment that helps a contented individual to shun and dislike pride. After that, we moved on to the effects of lack of contentment in the society. I made mention of corruption as one of it, greed, envy, theft, prostitution, robbery, and cheating. These are the effects of lack of contentment that we discussed earlier on in class today.